I'm in a hurry trying to get to heaven. North Georgia mountains. But it's been a struggle for like the past 25 minutes. What a perfect day. Welcome to heaven. There's a lot of heaven out here, and we're definitely going to be seeing it today. You already know where we're headed to. I know I giggle a lot. I do. Because I try to make life interesting. I like to try to make it fun. Every little thing counts in large amounts. Hey, look at that. Beautiful. Keep a lookout for the Dawson County Sheriff. I'm, not really hands-free at the moment. I think this is it. First time for everything. They don't even have the road label. I don't even know if I'm going the right direction. For this to be a backcountry highway, look how small it is, though. I don't know if it's small, or maybe it's the trees that are close to the sides of the road that makes it seem smaller. to the power lines, we'd be all set. Thought about getting on the kayak today because it was getting up to like 77 degrees. Let's hope they're not leaving because it's full. Here comes every single car, go figure. Get the last parking space, guys. Get them. I guess they're making space for more parking out here. Yeah, they're full at the top. They are. All these vehicles that are coming back down, they're going to the top because there's no parking left up here. Yeah, they're going to be jam-packed. I'm just going to go to the top. I want to climb the stairs. I might have to park in a spot in a location I've never had to park in before. My front tires are more bald than you could ever imagine. What the heck do I get myself into? They are full also. Oh, dang. It's nothing but handicap spaces left. No. Well, you know, I kind of figured it was going to be like this, though. I did. I knew what I was getting myself into trying to make my way up here. A bunch of packed parking lots. Everybody parking on the side. Oh, dang. I just missed the turn. Crap. I gotta go to go to China just to get to Buckhead. Please tell me there's some kind of parking space up here. Please. All you need is one. Well, they're surrounded by giant trucks, though. I guess I'll just sandwich my way into this place. We can all deal with it later. We're going to be doing some miles today. Who knows what we might find that's heavenly out here. I mean, I'll be going to normal spots, I will be. You know, they got teddy bears out here. We're going to have to be careful if I decide to go through the woods, you know. I think I see a signal tree. I'm not sure. But this place right here is jam-packed. Beautiful. But one thing's got to be picked up. Seems like someone is slacking on their duties. Besides, looks like no one's seen it for months or failed to notice. People are watching us. Yep. Welcome to heaven. Beautiful. Can't wait to get there. Another great find for today. Check this out. Don't ask me how I saw this thing. A blue bead. What you know about that? A lot of people coming up the trail. A lot of people sitting on the trail too. Ain't this something? I've never been up here before. And I've been to this place at least 15 times. Man. Check that out. Welcome to heaven. Quite the shame, though. It seems like they just now recently cut down this giant tree. Look at the size of that stump. That is absolutely gargantuan. Hope you like my little heaven videos. Gorgeous. What a perfect day today. I mean, look at that beautiful landscape. And the clouds are just perfect for it too. That's one thing about this time of year. Mid-April. You know, we got taxes to pay still. At least we have until the 18th. But that's one thing about this time of year. When it comes to this kind of heaven. When it comes to those trees of life out there. The makeup is not fully applied yet. It isn't. The darker tones have to be applied later. This is just the foundation of it, right here. The foundation of the makeup. The face of Mother Nature. Loves to be alive out here. But every time I miss those spring days, I'm working too much, not able to get out. There are certain trees out there that help you realize you have enough time left. You haven't run out of time because how late they apply the makeup. You know what I mean? Like the white oaks that apply their makeup later. Still have neon green out there to help you realize you're not too late to enjoy it, that is. To understand that you have enough time to complete what needs to be completed, to enjoy what needs to be enjoyed. Just like in the fall, when you have the evergreens and the other trees of life that still have dark green leaves on them. They give you that idea that you still have time. Time for what is up to you. I see more garbage. Let me go ahead and grab those things. There's like 3 things down here. Yeah, that was a big thing right here. It was probably a large chestnut oak. Look at the size of this trunk. Crap. Man. I mean, look at that thing. I know, you're telling me it probably rotted out. That's probably why they had to cut it down. I'm looking at the rings. It probably wasn't that old. Look how far the rings are set apart. Some of the time it doesn't matter how old it is. It only matters how big it is. Time to head to the Heavenly Falls. What a heavenly day. Hope you like that little 20-second time lapse I just did. Quite the day indeed. I mean, look, it's not too dark out here. The lighting's just perfect. It's one thing I told you about places like this. A lot of these places look exactly the same. Hey, look, a pyramid. Great find for the day. Yeah, but these mountainous regions like this, places like this, they look just like, what, 10 other places? Which means what? You're practically in those 10 other places at the same time. Optical illusion, mental illusion. But it's more real than you could ever imagine. I mean, we could be up there at Pine Mountain, over there by the Etowah River, you know, that park, behind those motels, up on the hill. It's exactly what this place looks like. But they have different signs here. New ski. It's almost like it doesn't matter where you go, because you'll end up in the same spot every time. Now, how does something like that get up here? That's a breeding ground for mosquitoes. I might have to sneak into the garbage can later, after dark. I see a parking space. Today's a great day to test the body. Test the knees, test the legs. Let's go and do that thing the rest of the day. Oops. Community service. Imagine climbing down this hill right here. That's quite the drop. That's an 80-degree drop right there. Straight down. Pixelated. Nasty. Get a load of this though. They made some backwards improvements out here. They have. Now there's no hiding. And we can see everybody coming from a mile away too. At least I won't get caught looking crazy out here doing my EVP sessions. Get a load of this. No place to hide now. But at least we'll know when people are coming. Jeez. They have cleared out all the trees on the side, all the bushes, all the kudzu. Would you look at this? I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, really. It might be a bad thing for us. What a beautiful day. Hope you agree also. Now you can see all the rock. I know, just give it time, the kudzu will come back perfectly like it always does. They have opened up the scene considerably. As you probably already know, they had these little jut outs and everything else was just covered in kudzu and dead trees out here. It just takes time before the kudzu comes back. Give it more life out here. Quite the challenge indeed. Try to get down there. Oh, we're not going to be doing that thing. Too much on the back, too much on the knees. Too dangerous. But check it out. I see something red down there. I don't know what it is though. Right in the center. That's about 100 feet at 85 degrees. Hope you enjoy this little heavenly day. If you don't see 1,000 YouTube videos from this place after daylight today, that'll be a big disappointment. All these places I used to hide out. When I was doing EVP sessions, just hang out under the trees on the side, you know. Hiding within it, being within it, getting all those heavenly answers out here. Nothing like heaven though. Definitely nothing like heaven. Where they point us to? No, I didn't do that. I just know how to see it, even upside down and backwards. It's part of a bigger rock. Probably pointing things that need to be fixed, things that need to be recognized as the way it needs to be, you know. I know I made many mistakes in the past. I have. And some of the mistakes were made in my own writings. Many, many years ago. And they know it. But it took me a time to recognize it. They just had to scream it out to me. Try not to trash the penny. I think I found on something. Help you see something. Oops, can't forget the label. Looks like we're all alone up here. I know there are many things that I've done wrong in the past. A lot of things that need to be fixed. Even when it comes to my own writings, they've got to be fixed. Something that I said, something that I wrote a long time ago. Man shall inhabit what? deep out in the forest shall live. Deep out in the landscapes, deep out in the country, they shall live. Ooh, I'm getting lightheaded now. They know what I'm talking about. I didn't intend it to be like that, though. Not even close. Just sporadically out here, you know. Not those giant subdivisions wiping out heaven. I did not intend it to be like that. Somebody's coming. They're about to fill the pockets again. Gotta be careful. Snakes love it in places like this, especially when they got a non-stop water source. Maybe there's something to it when they said, rewrite the book. Rewrite the book. We warned you. Warned me about what? The power of my own writings? Things that you write into the future? With your emotions? What am I supposed to rewrite? I'm almost afraid to ask. If they're talking about rewriting a couple of things, a couple of small paragraphs, that'll be easy. But if they're asking me to rewrite an entire book, first I gotta find out what they're talking about. I wonder if it's all my fault when it comes to developing out in heaven, wiping it out. I pray that it's not all my fault. I didn't intend for it to be like that. I didn't. I didn't really intend for mankind to go out and inhabit the landscape the way I wrote it. That's not what I intended. It's almost like you have to keep driving far out to get away from it all. There was something that I saw. I don't know if I'll have a chance to get it. It's the largest thing out here. You guys crazy. Where's that thing at? You can't miss it. If only I had one of those extended grubbers, like that extends out like 35 feet. That thing. Ain't no way. Boy, would I ever get judged off the map if I was caught climbing down and climbing up. I'm scanning the landscape, looking for them things. Time to make a trip to the garbage can. All pockets are filled up. Things are pouring out of the pockets. Can't believe I came all the way up here just to clean. But you know, that's not the only reason I came by. A lot of cute dogs today. I think I've counted more than 35 of them out here. I got to pet at least 10. Welcome to heaven. Getting a lot of sun today. Dang, check out this landslide right here. Dang. Right in the trail.
Exactly. Yeah. I just know better.
So it's the overcompensation of
They had a landslide out here. That's wild. Imagine all the landslides over the course of the last few thousand years. Crazy. I'm looking for that face. I'll never forget a face. I'm guessing because of the heavy rains and the heavy storms out here, if they caused landslides, they probably wiped it out. It was a side profile on a rock on a boulder out here. But I guess they want me to find something else. beautiful day to do anything, really. Man, check that out. So glad I made it out here today. I'm headed to the main drag to walk up the hillside. The asphalt road up here, one we began the day driving up. Never done that thing before. Today's the day to do it. Imagine the experience I'm about to go through. Quite the hill, quite the challenge. This thing might be 3 miles long, guys. Straight up an incline. What the heck do I get myself into in heaven? Well, it's a different kind of experience. Today's all about taking a different route, it seems, for some reason. And then the slope. And then the slower we go, the more clearly we get to see things. Let's hope a giant teddy bear doesn't, jump out of the woods. Should have brought the garbage bags with me. There might be a crap load of garbage out here. You don't see it when you're driving by. You never will. You know what? I'm thinking about something though. At the moment. Maybe that's the reason they're making me desire to take the road up. Because they know I want to pick up the garbage. I've barely gone about a quarter of a mile and I already see 3 bottles. Get it. Somebody's coming. Dang, that's cool design. Garbage still. Ain't nothing like cleaning up heaven. It'd be nice if a park ranger drove through here, asked me if I needed some help with the garbage. Just give me a couple of bags. People keep coming. I'm trying to get some cool scenes, some road scenes. You know what? I'm gonna wait. I definitely gotta have the sun for this one. How much longer? I'm gonna have to wait. 30 seconds. Trying to get the yellow dividing line in the corner. Da Vinci style. Hope you like my little heaven videos. It's like a commercial. clouds are clearing out, which is, I guess, a good thing. It's supposed to be mostly cloudy tomorrow, with like a 30% chance of rain. I wonder where that goes. Way down the hill. Beautiful. Oops, sorry, flowers. Hey, there is water down there. I guarantee you there's a lot of snakes too. Beautiful. Cars keep coming. So I have to play it off every single time. Be perfect without the power line. Seriously, no. I mean, I'm asking for trouble. On these blind curves, steep hill, they're gonna think I'm crazy. At least it's only 4 o'clock. Plenty of time to keep on going. These challenges I get ourselves into. I mean, dang. Imagine if you were trying to take a bike up this thing. It's hard enough on the vehicles. Yeah, I had to switch lanes, I did. Don't want to cause any accidents out here. I know. Hello, beautiful. I'm out here trying to pick up heaven. Car coming. That's better. Boy. Check this one out. I don't know about this one. Dang it. At least it's nothing. I gotta prepare myself for this. Welcome to heaven. Let's hope it stays that way. Things you don't see when you're in the car. Man, look at this place. Wonder how many ancient trees of life are deep out in those woods. See, they're flying too fast to notice anything, really, unless you're the passenger. But still, you're limited. Another challenge for later. Beautiful. Heck yeah, it keeps going. Biggest hill of my life so far. And I'm climbing it too. Heck yeah. Seemed a whole lot easier in the vehicle. Downright the best color for a vehicle right there. My color, Da Vinci style. No cheating. Now the reference picture for today's adventure. I know I sound tired. Go figure. Boy. But I'm at the top of the hill. The very top of the park. Up there by the hotel. The lodge. Way up there. Makes me nervous every time I do something like this though. Walking next to a road, even if I'm guarded by the guardrail. Yeah. I mean, I ran into some situations when I was younger. This one time I was in my subdivision, back when I was like 14, 15 years old. No, I think I was older, like 16, 17. And I didn't have a car or anything like that. And I was headed down the road to cut somebody's grass with a lawnmower. And when I was headed up the hill, some bullies drove by in the car. And they took rocks and a Sunday paper. And they drove by and they slowed down. And as they were slowing down, they hit me with what they had. And one of them went to the things too. And it did not feel good either. Being pelted with rocks and a Sunday paper. When I was out there trying to clean heaven, landscaping. I wonder where they are today. Probably successful. Probably married with 4 kids and a $1.7 million house. But that's all right. I forgive them. I'm here. Dang, check this out. You're talking about living life on the edge. Imagine if you tripped up. Man. That's like a 27-foot drop right here. What the heck do I get myself into? Man, look at that. Good thing I wasn't driving. We would have never noticed it. Experienced this right here. Where are they pointing us to? Good finger pointer rock. Guess we gotta look closer or something. Welcome to mid-April. Jeez. 90-degree angle. Yeah, I'm going to grab it on my way back down. Haven't done enough today. There's no way I've done enough. It's about 4:30 right now. I'm just headed back to get the charger so I can keep track of how long I've traveled today through heaven, the mileage. A little bit off, but it's still a heart rock, heaven style. But maybe they're not done with it. And neither am I. Give me one spot. The spot. Aha. Quite a difference from earlier, for sure. Gotta try to get at least 6 miles in today. I'm sitting on 4.8 at 6:20. Got about 2 hours before it gets completely dark out here. What the heck do I get myself into? It's hard to do this with back pain though. It is. My back is burning so bad. Gotta keep it going though. It's almost as if the only way to get it out is to work it out, you know? Instead of giving in, I gotta give it all I got. Imagine if I attempted that 16 trips up the Stone Mountain with a bad back. That'll be about 50 miles. 25 miles uphill. 25 downhill. Up and down the mountain. How would I ever do that with bad hips and a bad back? But at the moment, I got other things to worry about and try to accomplish. Man, am I ever going to sleep good tonight? Maybe. It just depends. Some of the time the back pain is so bad I can't sleep. I toss and turn. And then you know the routine, you know what happens when that pain kicks in so hard you can't even fall asleep. You know what happens. You end up falling asleep the second you gotta get up. It's the strangest thing how that happens. It happens to me a lot. It's almost like I'm not allowed to set the alarm, you know? Seriously. The weirdest thing though, it's almost like I can't wait to live through another day, you know? That's gotta be it. The anticipation. One of the main reasons why I can't sleep. Because I'm waiting for that time. To realize that I made it to another morning. And then I'm able to sleep once I realize I made it. Greatest feeling ever is when you realize that you made it past another threshold in life. Thought I saw something. Yeah, it was just garbage, whatever it was. I don't want to miss it. Gotta get it. You know what I'm trying to do out here. I don't know if it's the right time though. Beautiful. About to get some shadow selfies. But there's something else I gotta get to. Dang. I'm gonna have to crawl backwards. I'm gonna have to slide down and slide back up. At least there's one here that might be a little bit easier. Dang. Unstable. The things I do on camera. Yeah, I'm still trying to get the balance. I told you that before. When it comes to recording, one of the greatest things about recording is what? It makes you do what you're meant to do, you know? What you want to do. And I told you that before, is the best thing is recording what you're doing in life. As long as you're doing the right thing. Because someone is always watching. Dang, that's going to be one heck of a challenge to get that thing right there. There'll be more later too. There will be. I won't feel accomplished until I get it though. It's the only thing that stands out like a sore thumb out here. We don't need the lands to be angry at us. Got to keep them from rumbling. Mom taught us well, though. She did. A long time ago. When we were kids, youngins, making us do that spring cleaning with our bare hands. Pick up every little morsel. No matter how small it was, we had to get it with the hands, no vacuum, no cheating. To help us realize how important it is to clean. Take us that thing, gum cleaner. That's cool. Ooh, you're nasty. Well, it's probably been out here for 6 months. No one ever notices it. Just like this recording, when it comes to what I'm doing. Recording helps you take things to the next level. It does. Da Vinci style level. So you don't want to miss anything. You don't want to screw it up. So when you hit that record button, you got to be on point. Because in many respects, there's no redo. Kids, don't try this at home. Just community service. It's not that far, but it's one heck of a heavenly incline for real. Someone just said something right here. Well, I've caught hundreds of EVPs out here. No time to waste. Anybody can come down here any minute. Gotta grab it. Dang, what the heck do I get myself into? Gotta clean this place up. Dang it. What the heck do I do? It's adventurous. You're gonna say, Da Vinci, what are you gonna do if you see another bottle in there? Accomplishment. Man, ain't nothing like cleaning heaven. Dang. Now we get to crawl out of this thing. Oops. Don't want to drop it further down. That would be a disaster. Hope I don't get in trouble for cleaning. Dang, let's toss it up there. There's 3 more things up in here. That's my alibi. Dang, look at this slope. Just imagine this, when the kudzu grows back, they don't have to worry about trying to break it down. Because we're getting out of here. Somebody came down here. There they go. They saw us climbing up this thing right here. But you know what? We did our job. That looks a heck of a lot better. Nice and clean. Welcome to heaven. Let's get this to where it belongs. Heart is pounding. Well, I know. Let me go ahead and get the doggy poop bag too. You know it's got stuff in there. Let's go ahead and grab that too. Gonna have to put this thing in low gear. But I'm always in high gear. Da Vinci style.